Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna. Hare Hare. These is a very pretty, a very painful, yes. So we'll do some kirtan. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodhana Braja Jana Yashodhana Braja Jana Yashodhana Braja Jana Yashodhana Braja Jana Yamuna Tira Vanchadiya Yamuna Tira Vanchadiya Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि Hare Krishna. So thank you very much, dear devotees, for giving your association. Very grateful to all of you. So let's begin with Manglasharam. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauramani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachyatya Deshatarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Srivarshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabde Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namaste Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaya Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dhantaharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshada Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambode Padambujayate Namaha Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरात्मिसे नमः तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तविंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So today we are going to do Sri Ganeshaya Namah, or beginning a new chapter from our Canto 1. So we completed chapter 10, where we saw that how the the women of Hastinapur is glorifying Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, please come. Thank you. Yeah, glorifying Lord Krishna, and now Krishna has left Dwarka, and now he is coming to. He has left Hastinapur. Now he is coming to Dwarka. So that's the chapter we are going to study. It's a very, very, very beautiful chapter. Though as a Rupanuga, our destination is not Dwarka. Our destination is Vrindavan. But still, it is Krishna's place. Krishna lived there. He did his Leela. So it is always good to know what he did there, how he lived and all that. So Dwarka is located in Gujarat, which is on the west coast, on the coast of Gujarat. And it's a very beautiful town. If we will read the description of Dwarka in this chapter, it's so amazing, so beautiful. So we will see all that. So let's begin this chapter. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So this chapter has got different sections. The 8 sections are there. So first is where Lord enters, and what he does, he sounds his conch shell to say, I am arrived. It's like, when you arrive in excitement, and also increase the excitement of the Dwarkavasis, the residents of Dwarka, he does that. Then how the citizens of Dwarka are welcoming Lord. Very, very beautiful description is there. Then decoration of the city of Dwarka, how the city was decorated. They already had a news that Lord is coming. Earlier days there was no like a WhatsApp, I'm coming, this is my flight, this is ETA. We have like ETA, and we even give live location, like we know he's taken a left turn here. Now he's reaching in a moment, like we are so excited about all this. Earlier there was nothing of that like that. And people put it even on various, I have seen people putting on Facebook, I'm starting from Delhi to London to here, like that. I mean crazy things people do nowadays, because of this social media. And there are people who even put thumbs up or comments and safe journey, and all, so many things happens. Sometimes that can become a risk also.
Yes.
People can track you, isn't it? That, oh no, everybody is going home. There is a story where people
Not
posted.
story, bro.
Isn't no? It's a real story.
Real story. Coming police department, sorry,
Ah,
clearly mentioned during the Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday.
ah.
Don't share your story that where are you going on a vacation.
Yeah,
Because
because
it
then
creates lot of cases for us.
Yeah.
correct, because people know that the whole house is empty, nobody's here. So now that's a target. And it happens. So we should not do all this. So we should go back to our olden. This was perfect. Nobody knew where we are. And suddenly you appear, and then there is so much pleasure, so much excitement in that, isn't it? I remember in my childhood, I was like, maybe at 10 years old, I was, 10 years is what, not 10 years, 12 years. I think I was in 8th, 9th standard. And first time in my life, I was traveling alone in a train from Ahmedabad to my village. And on that day, something happened. And because, the electric wire broke, so the train was held on one station for 5 hours. 5 hours on one station. And there was nothing. So I had no idea. Like I was just sitting and just doing. And then obviously my grandfather and mother knew I'm coming, but the train had not. They are all excitement. Where is he? And so there is anxiety. And there's only one phone, so they have to go to that phone booth and make a phone call to our home. Where is he? He's already left. So nobody knows my whereabouts. So there is so much, anxiety. And finally, I was supposed to reach home like by 2 in the afternoon. I reached at 9 in the night. So people were like, "Hey, why did you send alone?" All those things. So, but just imagine this olden days were so wonderful, where you don't know where you are and nobody knows where you are also. And that was very, very nice thing. But nowadays, everybody knows where you are. So, but here we can see that how Dwarkavasi got a message and how they are preparing Dwarka to welcome Lord Krishna. Very amazing description is given. Amazing. Means it will make us feel that when some Maharaj is coming, some Guru is coming, then how we should decorate our homes. Something like that. We can learn from all this. So that will come. Then how Lord reciprocates. Okay, you have given so much warm welcome to me. How he reciprocates. So that also we can see. And then Lord's attractive beauty is described. This is beautiful. These 3 verses are absolutely fantastic. And then dealing with the queens and how he sees all those things. So this all we will study in this chapter. Very, very beautiful and very relishing. And we can see that Prabhupada, in various purposes, he make connection, though it is Dwarka, Prabhupada makes connection with Vrindavan. Prabhupada's purpose are very nice, where he will always want to connect, whatever that they are studying with Vrindavan. Some story in Vrindavan. It's so beautiful. So that we will see. So let us begin study. So before we begin, so whatever I'm going to share with you and we're going to discuss, I'm just reading from the scripture and the various classes that I have heard, and that I'm just simply repeating the words. So if there's any mistake, it will be solely mine. If any glory has to come, it all goes to our Guru and the Vaishnavas whom I listen to. So thank you so much. I pray my gratitude to all the devotees whom I'm listening to. Please bless me so I can speak the right words and it will nourish all of our hearts. Hare Krishna. So let's begin with the first words. First words. So today we'll keep only first theme because we want to hear some stories. We have some Dham Yatra have come back, so we'll hear their stories. So we'll give some time to them also. So we'll cover the first section, which covers 3 verses, but they are very deep, very, very deep, dear devotee. If you understand these verses, in fact, the first verse itself is so deep. If you understand these words, our life can be successful. And therefore, it is called that if you read Bhagavatam, even if you understand one word from Bhagavatam in detail, our life can be successful. One verse, that's it. It is so powerful. But then we have to really imbibe that into our heart. So here we can see Lord is blowing his conch shell just before entering into the Dwarka. So he's just telling, I'm arrived, right? Sometime when the child is coming home, they are, In except when they honk, I'm come, I come, like that. Sometimes we do it. So let us recite this verse. Sutta uvacha
Sutta uvacha
anartansa upavrajya
anantansa upavrajya
sruddhana janpadan swakan
sruddhana janpadasakam
dadmodara varam tesham
dadmo tesham
vishadam shamayanniva.
vishadam samayaniva.
Okay, so who is there? Yes, Kavish, can you please read?
Typical Swami there, upon reaching the border of his most prosperous metropolis, known as the country of Anartha, Dvarka, the Lord sounded his auspicious conch shell, heralding his arrival on feet and apparently pacifying the dejection of the inhabitants.
Hare Krishna. So this purport is very brilliant purport. Okay, let us go deep into this. So all the translation and purport by our beloved Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Purport. The beloved Lord was away for his own prosperous metropolis of Dwarka for a considerably long period because of the battle of Kurukshetra. And thus, all the inhabitants were overcome with melancholia due to the separation. Do you know what is melancholia?
Sadness. Sad.
Sadness, but extreme sadness, not normal. It's like, somebody who's depressed. When you talk of extreme depression, that is called melancholia. Extreme depression, especially because of the separation from Krishna. So now, obviously, then it becomes a question. So question is, what are the different activities? When did Krishna left Dwarka and until he arrived back, right? Until he returned, what are the different activities and incidents that happened? Please tell me in sequence. This is a question. So what happened first, and then we go next.
The battle happened.
Battle happened, but before that, something happened. Huh?
Yeah, Draupadi, Nisra of Draupadi.
No, that all happened. That time Krishna was not like, he was in Dwarka. He just sent his another Swarup there as a sari, and then it was. But when did he actually left Dwarka? And then he never came back. He came back for a very brief period, and then he went back, and then he was away for a very long time. No, there all marriages happened. Marriage had happened. Before battle, the marriage had already happened. So think of this. Like, Pandavas were in Vanvas, they were in the forest. And then last year was Agyatwas, incognito, right? 13th year. That's what the Krishna was called. And he was sent to as a Shanti Dut, as a peace messenger. He was sent, right? First was like he was say, okay, please go as a peace messenger. He goes there. Duryodhan refuses. No, I will not give anything. I will not give kingdom. Then Krishna says, give him at least 5 villages. He says, not even 5 villages. I will not even give a land where you can even put one pin. One pin, like, one hairpin. Like, so such a small pin. I will not even give that much land. So that was, and what he does, he tries to bind Krishna, arrest Krishna. And what Krishna does, Krishna shows his Virat Swarup. He shows his Virat Swarup. Still Duryodhan doesn't understand. Then Krishna comes back. Then what happens?
I think with his love from Vidur, he went to Vidur's home for dinner, right?
No, that is all secondary,
Small.
small thing. I'm talking about major incident which has happened. Like after this, he comes back. So now war is inevitable. So everybody started preparing for war, gathering army. Everybody, whole world is joining because it's a world war. So people have to create alliance. Who are you? Are you on my side or other side?
Duryodhan goes
Duryodhan. Yeah, so Arjun, Duryodhan, they both goes to Krishna, meets him, and then requests, oh, give me your army, right? So Arjun gets Krishna, Duryodhan gets his Narayani Sena. Okay, after that, what happens?
Abhimanyu got killed in.
The war has to begin, na?
War.
War has not begun. Everybody. So war begins. Krishna tells Bhagavad Gita. The war starts. After that, war ends. Then what happens?
Vishnu.
No, before that something happens.
Gandhari opened his eyes.
No, that is all second.
He takes
Major,
the
major.
wheel to.
No, but war is over, I'm saying. War is already over.
Yudhishthira is made the king.
Ah, correct. Rajsu Yagya happens, where Krishna was done Agra Puja. Correct. He was the chief guest in this Agra Puja was done. And then Yudhishthira is made now king. Once the Yudhishthira was made king, then after a few days, they goes to Vishwadev. After that. Because then Vishwadev is happy that, okay, now, Yudhishthira is king, so I'm happy and I can leave now. He was in anxiety, he was not leaving his body until Yudhishthira was made king. Because what was his in mind? That I want to see a pious person to rule the Kuru, Hastinapur. And that's where he was always wanted the Yudhishthira to become king. And until he was still alive. So after he become, he gives Hare Krishna, please, Hare Krishna Mahi, please come, brother. Come here. So then Vishwadev leaves. Please come forward, everyone, little, so we have space. So like that, he comes. After that, what happens? Vishwadev left his body. After that,
Krishna goes back to Hastinapur.
Krishna?
He goes back to Hastinapur with Yudhishthira.
He goes back to Hastinapur, yes. And then all the Pandavas are saying, don't go, please stay, because so much has happened, everybody is died. We are in a very sad. They were like lamenting. So he says, Hare Krishna. So they say, stay back, please stay with us. Krishna wanted to go, but they said, no, please stay for some more days. They were sad, isn't it? And then Krishna said, no, I have to go. Then Queen Kunti again prays, stay back, all the prayer happens. Then Hastinapur, finally Krishna is now departing. And then he comes to Dwarka. So we can imagine that how much time has passed. So much time has passed. In fact, in one place it is mentioned that Rajasuya Yagya, I don't know whether it is right or wrong, but it may not be, but maybe. Rajasuya Yagya is such an elaborate Yagya that it takes about 5 years to complete. From start, middle, and end. Like there are so many Vedic mantras have to be chanted. So it's such a long thing. So that's what it is. So yeah. So here, where did it go? Yeah. So all these activities, so therefore it is mentioned that Krishna was away from them for such a long time. And they loved Krishna so much. So much they loved. So many years have passed. And therefore they were in a deep depression because of separation. They couldn't bear the separation. And when you are in depression, what do? You don't like to eat anything. You will just live simple life. Nothing, no excitement in life. Nothing. Festival comes, it's okay. Food is there, it's okay. It's like that everything becomes like no effect. Right? So they were like that. Now, question is, how many of us feel separation like that with Krishna? I don't think. Almost everybody will say no. See, unless we feel this kind of separation from Krishna, our bhajan is not happening well. It's a fact. We are not sincere to go back to God. I will share one clip which I was listening. I was talking about that yesterday. Yesterday? Yeah. Let me share that. So please listen to this audio clip. I'll try to use this. I hope you can hear. If not, I'll put the mic here. Please listen. This is by His Holiness. This is Prabhupada disciple. His Holiness Subhag Swami Maharaj. Okay. So he is talking about his on going back to Godhead. How sincere we are. This is very important for us to listen.
Hi, Madam, this question comes very often that although doing sadhana, but the quality of sadhana always remains poor. And then this question comes that whatever sadhana I am doing, if I'm not able to do it properly, that sense of chanting, just chanting externally, just chanting, not resisting, or doing reading, or doing hearing, but not doing it. Then often this question comes in mind that what am I doing? And that seriousness of that doing, they are not able to understand that it is important, but they are not able for it. That we want to just how one can understand how one should go internally. Matter is that I'm very, very important and it is very important and individually or very how one can do that. Because if we want to go back to the body, we have to do the plan. If we don't want to create a plan, then if I think you have to go very, very sincere and serious. Why don't you become serious? You don't want to go back to the body. Yes or no? Instead, we want to go back to the body. Look, we do these kind of things. Very moment comes when they can really see yes or no? Ask question. Go back to most of you don't want to go back to water, they want to stand and stand. Everything good, no, most of you want to stay there and very, he wants to go back. But he still wants all of us to go back. I mean, we want to I can never how much I try.
डॉग्स टेल आई एम ट्राइंग टू इसको टेढ़ा को हम सीधा करेगा सीधा कर एक सेकंड सीधा हुआ और फ्रैक्शन ऑफ ए सेकंड अगेन टेढ़ा बन गया अगेन क्या अगेन टेढ़ा बन गया मिलियन टाइम दिया मिलियन टाइम से टेढ़ा बनता दैट इज आवर केस यू अंडरस्टैंड वी वांट टू बिकम अगेन बिकम हैप्पी हियर by practicing Krishna consciousness. Don't want to go back to God. Most of us, that is what Prabhupada said. I have to accept what Prabhupada said, not what you are saying. You just said, yes, I want to go. Anybody can say, I want to become a master degree, but he is going to pay the price for that? Yeah, that's right. He is going to pay the price to become first class pass? It's not so easy, Baba. Yeah? Suppose you are in kindergarten school, and Dad, I want to go to the university. You want to go to university? Become first boy in your class. He will tell. It's simply pass. Darling, you cannot go back. You have to become one of the first, second, something like that, they can go to university. Every class when you go in. You'll be, test will be more difficult. You can pass, not only pass, you can become first, second, then there is chance. There is fierce competition. Here is also like that. You can just take it easy. Do you know sometimes some movement, maybe in 50 years seen, 5% is there. It's like a sieving. One is Bhushimal, thrown. Again you get kicked from Maya, again come. Once you have taste of Krishna consciousness, you again think, no, let us go back. Again I practice. 5%. Why? They're all tested. There are various tests there. Again coming. Some coming this life, some coming very soon, some coming little late, some coming very late. because of Maya kicking, coming to his senses. This is practical Krishna consciousness. Why so many is not seen? I tested by Maya, you're not qualified. Don't tell external thing. That is what is I find from Prabhupada's book. If I am wrong, you find, you show me. I learn from you. Yeah, we are learning. We are learning from the history. Simply this Prabhupada said, don't take it, I am become a Brahmin. You just get the facilities. But Krishna will test you. You cannot escape. In front of others, you may show I have control over senses. And nobody is there. Who is in the temple room? I am not eating gulab jam. What is all this nonsense? Understand what it means? I won't tell the story. In short, I am telling. In front of others, I am showing. I am not attracted sense object. But when you are alone, viddang sopi karshati. Even you are a very wise man, expert in scripture, I read Sarasandarbha, this, that, even I am one of the compiler of Veda. He is telling to Vasudev.
So here we can see Maharaj is very clear that most of us just want to be happy in this world. I want to be different from materialistic people, but I want to be here, I want to enjoy, have a really simple, good life. People will give respect, I will eat nice prasad, Hari Bol, I'll come back again to bhajan. That's what most of the people, and this is words of Srila Prabhupada, right? So we are not, that's why I've played this video primarily to make sure that we hear from the authentic person in Maharaj. So he's telling, he's a fact of life of most of the devotees. Most of the devotees. People come in devotee community and run their own business, and they feel, okay, at least I'm running business here, I'm living life, I'm doing this, that. All this is fine, but as Maharaj is mentioning, and Prabhupada also mentioned, we are not serious about going back to God. Because how much we feel separation, that will decide how much we love Krishna. Right, in Bhagavatam, this verses comes, right? After the Krishna disappears from the Rasa Leela. This is what gopis are saying. They wanted to see Krishna. Krishna darshan lalasa. They want to see Krishna at all moments. Krishna, what happened? They are crying profusely. Because they couldn't bear separation from Krishna even for a moment. They even chastised Brahmaji that why did you create these eyelids? Because even eyelids, I have closed it, I can't see Krishna for that moment. What is this? That is their love. So obviously we may not be able to reach there, but at least we should have that hankering for Krishna. Hankering from reading, hankering from Shravanam. This is important. So you can see they were very eager to see Krishna. That means Krishna darshan lalasa. They always wanted to see. And then finally what happened? Then Krishna said, okay, all right. So you are so eager to see me, I'll give you my darshan. All the history, if you see any history that we see here, all the disciples, our Guru were, what are they doing? They all are crying for Krishna. They cannot bear separation. So much love for Krishna. And therefore they are able to see Krishna's leelas. So unless we reach to that stage where we are crying for Krishna, our bhajan is not happening. Means we have to become attentive while chanting. We have to read scriptures. We have to listen to Srila Prabhupada's classes. And then also some Guru's classes. Then this bhav is, purification will happen. The most difficult type is with the devotees only. Because see, those who are Nitya Siddha, they have no problem. They are completely detached. They are renowned, they have no connection. So they have no problem. Those who are materialistic, they also have no problem. Because they have no idea who Krishna is. So they are enjoying. They have no, you can see so many people are enjoying here, right? No consideration of anything. Because they think nothing is here. This is only life. So these two sections have no issues. Problem is that we got connection with Krishna. Now we cannot live. Now even if you want to enjoy, what happened? What happened? We just heard in the class. Oh, that day we saw the quote, somebody sent a quote. Now we cannot do anything. So we are in trouble. So only escape route is that do bhajan nicely and go back to Burna. That's all. Because we cannot become materialistic for sure. None of us wants to become materialistic, isn't it? Nobody from here wants to become. Because we know how difficult, how miserable life if you do that. So we are here. So let us all together do very nice bhajan, with a lot of sincerity, a lot of prayers, because prayer works really good. If you pray, the prayer really works. So let's pray to Srila Prabhupada. So please give me some test in chanting. That is very important. That's what here he's saying they got melancholia due to separation. So we have to get this kind of melancholia for depression. Oh my God, Krishna, I can't see you. I'm not getting taste. That's crying. And only one thing, Prabhupada was asked many questions, and Prabhupada gave different answers at different times. But he said, if we are serious about Krishna consciousness, then we have to become like a child. Child crying for mother. When the child cries for mother, that is a genuine cry. Because that is the purest form of love in the material world. The purest form of love that exists today is mother and child. No other love is pure. No other love is pure. Everywhere there is a give and take. Everywhere there is an interest. What is in for me? But only pure love exists in this world is mother and child. No other love. So when the Lord descends on the earth, his eternal associates also come with him, just as the entourage of a king accompanies him. Such associates of the Lord are eternally liberated souls, and they cannot bear the separation of the Lord, even for a moment, because of intense affection for the Lord. So we can see that when Lord descends, he comes with all his associates. So all the Dwarkavasis, Vrindavan Vasis, they are all Nitya Siddha. They all are his associates only. They all come along with him. Like a prime minister comes, or president goes to another city, another country. He carries all his chef, doctor, minister, everybody. His whole, as trip with that. His whole plane is filled with so many people, like diplomats and all those things. Everybody goes there. So same thing happens, and they cannot bear separation from Krishna. They cannot, because they are in love with him. Thus, the inhabitants of the city of Dwarka were in a mood of dejection and expected the arrival of the Lord at any moment. They got the news that Krishna is coming, so they all were ready, but they don't know when. So they were like, okay, today, tomorrow, he'll come, like that. So the heralding sound of the auspicious conch shell was very encouraging, and apparently the sound pacified their dejection. They were still more inspired to see the Lord amongst themselves, and all of them became alert to receive him in the befitting manner. These are the signs of spontaneous love of Godhead. See, Maharaj or Guru Maharaj always says that love is in the detail. Meaning, if you're saying, I like something, I like someone, I love someone, means we have to show that in our action. And when we perform that action, how much effort we put in that, how much effort we put into that, the sincerity, the detail that they put into that service will determine how much we love that person. Like someone is coming, we make very quick some garland, we forgot garland, then that is not service, then we are not in the mood of service. That means we have to have details. Once in Radha Gopinath Mandir, it's a temple in India, it's a warm weather, and you need fan and everything has to be running. So the fan was somehow not working. So one brahmachari was given task to fix that, before the Sunday feast class. Somehow that didn't happen. So Maharaj found that fan and devotees are there perspiring, there's so much sweating and all that. So after the class was over, Maharaj called the brahmachari that why this fan was not fixed, because say Maharaj, You tried but couldn't fix it. So I thought, anyway, it's a devotee, so it's okay. No, what do you mean by it's all devotees? Devotees, they are devotees, so they will bear this. But it is you who are given this service, so you have to take care. You must make sure that devotees are comfortable. You cannot think that, oh, it's a devotee, it's okay. So devotee will manage in any situation. Even this is very hot or cold, everybody will say, okay, we'll manage. Nobody will complain. That's a devotee's nature. But as an in charge of a particular seva, we have to do our service sincerely. We have to make sure devotees are comfortable, isn't it? So service, love is in the detail, always. So that's what it means. So we have to have that love for Krishna. Then automatically things will happen. As we were discussing other day, right? When we chant, what happens? Krishna manifests. Krishna and Radha Krishna are there next to us. Now they are seeing us. Suddenly we are chanting. Oh, we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay. Hari Bol, yeah. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He's not listening. We are listening, but we are not even listening, and he is chanting also. All this is happening simultaneously. So that is not sincerity. Sincerity means phone is away, we are not looking at it. Sometimes we all get distracted because we have pop-ups and so many things keep coming. But the day we become sincere, if we try to chant one round like that without distraction, we will feel very happy. And then we have to increase to 1 to 2, 2 to 4, and like that. Okay. Let's go to verse number 2. This talks about the touch. So this is another beautiful description given by Sukadeva Goswami. So let's see. Sauchakashe dhavalo daro daro Pyurukramasya darashona shonima Tadhyayamana karakanja sampute Yathabjakhande kalhamsa utsavana. Yes, Avnish, can you read?
Translation. The white and fat bowled conch shell, being gripped by the hand of Lord Krishna and sounded by him, appeared to be reddened by the touch of his transcendental lips. It seemed that a white swan was playing in the stems of red lotus flowers.
Hare Krishna. So very beautiful description is given by Sukadeva Goswami. So what happened as soon as Lord took the conch shell and put it on his lips, it became like the conch shell is normally white, right? It's white. Suddenly that become reddened because the Lord's lips came in contact with that. So here we can see Prabhupada writes a very nice purport. Prabhupada says in the first line itself, the redness of the white conch shell due to the lip touch of the Lord is a symbol of spiritual significance. It's not an ordinary event that we put it and it becomes red. No, it is not. It is spiritual significance. So what are the spiritual significance here? For example, Mother Ganga, when he comes and descends on earth, what is that? It is come from the lotus feet of the Lord. So that's why it is so pure. If you see Mother Ganga, it is very pure, right? And it has been tested and proven scientifically also. So a lot of scientists try to prove that how it is. It is pure. When we take normal water and drink it, it's a water. When we bathe Lord and drink that, what becomes? Charanamrita. When we take normal food, it's just a food. When we offer bhoga and then honor, it becomes prasadam, mahaprasad. So this is because of this touch, divine touch which comes in. We all know story of, that the laddus, what is that called? Simply Wonderful. Have you heard the story of Simply Wonderful? All of you have heard Simply Wonderful? No? Okay, I'll quickly tell. So, in Prabhupada's time, it's a very beautiful, the devotee is making beautiful laddus. Okay, it's made of mawa, very simple thing. 2-3 ingredients only, nothing more. And started making small laddu and they were selling after offering to Lord. They started selling. And it become like a hot cake. Like everybody is like wanting that, and the business become like thriving. So much laddus are selling. So all the sweet shops, they thought, what is this? Let's also try and make it, because they took, obviously they can make out what all things are there. They did a postmortem and find out what all ingredients are there. And they found that there are only 3 ingredients. Okay. And they thought, they also started making, but there was no taste coming in. Then one of the shopkeeper, they went and asked confidentially, somebody, please tell us what is the recipe. We also want to make. Everybody's eating. We can also get some share. Well, these are the ingredients. Well, we also have the same thing. Why it's not coming? Oh, you don't have one special ingredient. What is that? Saliva of the Lord. He said, only if you add that, you will get the taste.
Oh.
When we add that, Mahaprasad is tasty. Like all of us, some of us have experience doing this Satyanarayana Puja at home, right? When we eat that shira, that halwa, it's very different, isn't it? I have always experienced it. I was like, how come what we make it never tastes so well? And when we eat from prasad, it's like ecstatic. And I could never figure out what's the reason. Now we know that it is because of the honored by the Lord. This is a simple example we can understand. That is why the touch is a spiritual significance. It is not ordinary thing. Therefore, when we get Charanamrit in the temple, when we get the tulsi leaf offered to the Lord, and we get that, when we get the flower offered at the lotus feet and we get to smell, they are absolutely divine and spiritual. We should never miss an opportunity if we get that. When you go in temple and Chitravirya Prabhu is giving some banana, some apple, after the aarti is over, everybody rushes for the prasad. So we should wait to get some special thing here. Prasad will wait, that's also Mahaprasad, but here is special thing coming. We can request him, he'll give something like that. So this is Prabhupada saying, it's a spiritual significance. Like yesterday we were reading, like what we were reading? Bhakta pada dhulijar, bhakta pada jal, bhakta bhukta avashesa tina mahabal. So this is of the devotee, what to speak of Supreme Personality of God. Even for a devotee, if you take a little bit of dust from their lotus feet, like yesterday we were reading, whenever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu walked, people made like holes on the road. They want to get the dust. So there were so many holes. Everybody wanted dust. So holes happened just to get the dust. So this dust is very powerful. Then Charanamrit, when we have bathed the Lord or when we have washed the lotus feet of our Guru, that water becomes Charanamrit. That is very important. And Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha, any Uchista, which is like taken by the Lord, that is Mahaprasad, or something that is taken by Guru and something is left over, that we can take. Like Narad Muni. Narad Muni did what? He was taking Uchis of those Brahmanas. And therefore he got that realization in just 5 years, age of 5 years. Divine touch. What happened to Dhruv Maharaj when Lord touched with him with a conch shell? He got all the knowledge of the Vedas with one touch. With one touch. We touch conch shell so many times, nothing else. Because it is not divine touch. But we can aspire for that. Okay, Lord, at least someday you will give us. But for that, what happens? We have to become sincere. So further Prabhupada says, the Lord is all spirit. And matter is ignorance of the spiritual existence. Factually, there is nothing like matter in spiritual enlightenment. And this spiritual enlightenment takes place at once by the contact of the Supreme Lord Krishna. So please, somebody can explain me why he says factually there is nothing like a matter in spiritual enlightenment. Why it is said like that? This sentence. Factually, there is nothing like matter in spiritual enlightenment. There is nothing matter, actually. Everything is spiritual. This means that. Why is it so? Three Mahavishnu, three Vishnus, remember? Where are they residing? Mahavishnu, Karnodaksha Vishnu, and Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Where does Shirodaksha Vishnu? heart and everywhere. Every particle is there, right? So that means everything is spiritual. We see it as a material thing, but everything is spiritual because everywhere Lord resides. Prahlad was able to see Lord in the Nrsimhadev in the pillar. We will not see her, it's a pillar. So everything is spiritual. But because we are in material world, our mind is thinking in material sense, we see material and spiritual and all those things. So that's what it is. The Lord, yeah. The Lord is present in every particle of all existence, and He can manifest His presence in anyone. This is what happened when Prahlad said it's here. Immediately nothing there came out. The ardent love and devotional service of the Lord, or in other words, by spiritual contact with the Lord, everything becomes spiritually reddened like the conch shell in the grip of the Lord. And the Paramhamsa, or the supremely intelligent person, plays the part of the ducking swan in the water of spiritual bliss, eternally decorated by the lotus flower of the Lord's speech. So we can see that how the conch shell, and what a beautiful description given by Sukadeva Goswami. As soon as Lord touched, the whole white conch shell, which was like a span, become reddened. No, it has got a light pink hue on the whole thing. It becomes very wonderful. So we can see in this picture we are seeing here, right? This becomes little pink in color. So it's so beautiful. You can see here. Yeah, so it has become a little pink because of the touch. So beautiful. So yeah, anything that comes in contact with Krishna, it becomes spiritual. Okay, so let's go to the next verse. All right, so Krishna has arrived. So let us, so we are welcome. Let us recite the third verse. Tam upashrutya ninandam jagat bhaya bhayavaham pratyudhayo praja sarva bhartur darshana lalasa. Yes. Yes, Priyansh, can you please read, brother?
Translation. The citizens of Dwarka, having heard that sound which threatens fear personified in the material world, began to rush towards them, fast, just to have a long desired audience with the Lord, who is the protector of all devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So here, what we are seeing, normally when we go on his road and when we see police, what happens? We feel safe. But when a thief sees what happened, they feel frightened. Oh, so many police. I cannot make a stealing. That's why sometimes we see in a county and all that the police is making, sometimes they just come and take a round. Especially during the vacation time, they just come and take a round and go back. For normal people like us, we feel, good police came, nice. But for a thief, same thing. When Lord comes in, the devotees feel very happy. Oh, Lord has come, Lord has come. But demons, he has come scared. This is what is happening. But Dwarkavasis are in bliss. Lord has come because they love him so much. So we should love like all the Dwarkavasis. So in the purport, Prabhupada writes, as already explained, the citizens of Dwarka who lived at the time of Lord Krishna's presence, there were all liberated souls who descended there along with the Lord as entourage. All were very anxious to have an audience with the Lord. Although, because of spiritual contact, they were never separated from the Lord. Just as the gopis at Vrindavan used to think of Krishna while he was away from the village for cow herding engagement. The citizens of Dwarka were all immersed in thought of the Lord while he was away from Dwarka to attend the battle of Kurukshetra. So here we can see Prabhupada is making immediate connection with Vrindavan. Always we can see in many purport Prabhupada reminds us of Vrindavan. So how gopis are feeling separation, but even in separation, they are still happy. Even in separation, they are happy. Because why? Because they are remembering Krishna. See, the remembering Krishna and Krishna being next to you is one and the same thing. Because in both the things we are going to see Krishna, remember, talk about Krishna, see Krishna, hear about him, and mainly mentally we honor him. So that can be done while Krishna is away. And that will be even more intense because Krishna is not in front of us. At that time, in the separation when we remember Krishna, that is more intense. That is more intense than Krishna being in front of us. That is what Dwarkavasis are facing here. Now, we can see in case of Ramayana, two distinct personalities who served Lord Ram. Bharat and Lakshman, both served. But if we hear the acharyas who put commentary or who go deeper into Ram Leela or Ramayana, they glorify Bharat more than Lakshman. They say Lakshman's service is far greater. Bharat's service is far greater than what Lakshman did. Why? Because while Lakshman was always with Lord Ram, he was serving Lord Ram day and night, no doubt about it, right? Because he was in his association, he will serve him. Like when he will make nice bed for Lord Ram and Sita, he will stay awake. He will stay awake whole night. He did not sleep. As they say, Lakshman did not sleep for all 14 years. He did not sleep. Even for a day, even for a moment, he did not sleep. And whatever Lord Ram would eat, he will eat the same thing. But Bharat, when he was in Nandigram, where he was there, which is outside of Ayodhya, he would not sleep at the same level. He said, Lord Ram is sleeping here, so he made a hole under the earth and he would sleep. He will go there. Again, he will not sleep there. He also stayed awake. And what did he eat? At least Lakshman had fruits and roots, whatever Lord Ram was eating, he would eat the same thing. But here, he ate only the barley soaked in cow urine. That is what Bharat ate for these 14 years. Just imagine if you are given same prasad for a week. After that, we will say, no, this is enough. We want something else. So therefore, Bharat is more glorified. And Bharat never wanted to become a king. He never thought of that. He would go to Ayodhya to manage affairs and come back and offer all things to Lord Ram's paduka, to his shoes. He will do that. And he will cry. And he even told Lord Ram that even if you come one day late, then you will I will die. I will commit suicide if you come one day late. So please make sure that you don't come beyond 14 years. 14 years means you should be here. Therefore, Bharat is more glorified because he did bhajan in separation. And therefore, the gopis' love is considered to be highest because they remember Krishna in separation. So much so. Therefore that love is very high. Further in Prabhupada writes in the purport, some distinguished friction writer in Bengal concluded that Krishna of Vrindavan, that of Madura, and that of Dwarka were different personalities. Historically, there is no truth in this conclusion. The Krishna of Kurukshetra and the Krishna of Dwarka are one and the same personality. That we need to understand. It is the same. There is no difference between them. The citizens of Dwarka, thus in a state of melancholy due to the Lord's absence from the transcendental city, as much as we are put in a state of melancholy at night because of absence of the sun. Like in the sun, sometimes, we don't like it night, we like the daytime. The sound heralded by Lord Krishna was something like the heralding of the sunrise in the morning. So all the citizens of Dwarka awoke from a state of slumber because of the sunrise of Krishna, and they all hastened towards him just to have an audience. The devotees of the Lord know no one else as protector. See, we have to remember that we all depend on Krishna. Mare Krishna rakhe Krishna mare. If we are depending on something else, something material, then we never know whether that is going to be in our favor or not. For example, there are so many people who were killed by their own bodyguards. So many personalities were killed by their own bodyguards. They depend on who? Some person. They thought, okay, he will protect me. This weapon will protect me. Nothing protects. Only Krishna can protect. Therefore, our single point of focus is at the lotus feet of Krishna. That Krishna, I'm yours. You take care of me. Whatever happens in my life, you drive it. I will simply do my work. That's it. But you take care of my life. You are controller. But we try to control ourselves. We want to do things on our own hand and say, I will do it. Of course, we have to do our duty. That's for sure. But let intelligence be given by Krishna. Let the fruit be given by Krishna. Without worrying of the fruit, we keep working. But right now, here, it says, the devotee of the Lord know no one else as protector. Only Krishna, nobody else. Because if you have something else, then Krishna says, okay, you take care of me. You're taking shelter of that, you do it. Why should I come? Krishna will only come if we say, Krishna, nobody else, only you. Then Krishna will come. But right now we call so many different people and things and Devi Devtas and all that. Krishna won't come that way. So this sound of the Lord is identical with the Lord as we have tried to explain by the non-dual position of the Lord. The material existence of our present status is full of fear. Out of the four problems of material existence, namely the food problem, the shelter problem, the fear problem, and the mating problem, the fear problem gives us most trouble than the other. We are always fearful due to our ignorance of the next problem. We don't know what's going to come next, so that's why we are always fearful. Right? The whole material existence is full of problems, and thus the fear problem is always prominent. Everybody's afraid, everybody's trying to hoard, everybody's trying to save so much, so much money. I need million, 2 million, 3 million. See, if happiness was given by $1 million, $2 million, then there are already people who have already achieved this very easily. But they are not happy. That means they need something more. That means that is not going to give us happiness. If you think that, if I have 2 million in my bank balance, then I'll retire, I'll do bhajan, it won't happen. Impossible. At that time, I will see which cruise I want to go to, which vacation I want to take to. I will do my bhajan there. I will chant in Alps. I will chant here. Like that will go. Anyway, I'm chanting. I will go to island and chant. These thoughts will come because I have money. Will not go to Vrindavan at that time. Definitely not. This is all Maya. This is all Maya. That's the day I will have, I'll be happy. No. Nobody has become happy by getting material opulences. Nobody. Not a single soul. Not a single soul has become happy. They may be happy because of ignorance. Because of ignorance. But internally, nobody is happy. Nobody is happy. Happiness can only come if we take to Krishna. Krishna, I'm yours, and that's it. Then Krishna takes away all the miseries that we have and will give happiness. But do we have that confidence in Krishna? That is where the problem is. We don't have confidence in Krishna, that Krishna will take care of everything. We think, no, what if Krishna doesn't wake me up? I have to put alarm. Krishna will wake up. You try and do it. There are a lot of people who wake up without alarm. They don't need any alarm. But we need snooze and multiple alarms. Like people, I put 3-4 alarms. Every 5 minutes it will wake. So that is our position. So we have to just become sincere, as everybody is telling. This is due to our association with the illusory energy of the Lord, which is Maya. Yet all fear is vanished as soon as there is sound of the Lord, represented by his holy name, as it was sounded by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the following 16 words. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada is saying in the end, last sentence, that we can take advantage of these sounds and be free from all threatening problems of material existence. Just taking shelter to these 16 syllables mantra will free us from all the material anxiety. Everything will go away. As they say here, for example, Hare Nam, Hare Nam eva kevalam, kalau nasteva gati ranyata. Robert Brew, can you please read this translation?
Yes, Guru. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way.
This is the only thing we are doing. And we can see 99% of our devotional service depends on our chanting. Because in Kali Yuga, that is the process. Our process is to chant. If you are not chanting, and we are doing every other anga of the bhakti, it will not work in this yuga. So I'm reading, I'm doing puja, I'm eating prasadam, everything we are doing, chanting won't work. Won't work. So we have to chant. And we have to chant sincerely, attentively. And we have to remind ourselves, as Bhakti Siddhanta Sarvi Thakur says, when you wake up in the morning, beat your mind with 100 shoes in the morning. And when you go to bed, beat your mind with, again, 100 times with broom. In the morning shoes, in the night broom, and beat your mind 100 times. Then you go to bed. Because mind will take us so many places where we don't want to go. It will not take us to Krishna. It will not. If you think mind will take us, no, mind will always try to take us away from Krishna. Always. Because Maya, Krishna will test. As Maharaj was mentioning, right? When we are in the Sangha, then we all do very nice, everything nice. We eat moderate bhajan, prasad and all that. When we are alone, give me a few more, it's okay. I have not eaten in so many days, like that. Everything becomes like, external, but we have to go internal. That's what happened. For example, here, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar, Nama Hai Devaya Sarva Jagata Nistar. So this is what it is. So, Mahi, can you read this, Sarah? Let me make it bigger for you. Kali.
Chanting the holy name, one says as the Lord told us, please and doing
Haribo, very nice. So we can see in Kali Yuga, Lord has come as his name. That means it's very simple to associate with Lord. It is very simple to associate with the Lord. There is nothing else is required. Nothing else. So if we do this, then automatically we will get delivered. Automatically. There is nothing else is required. And the process has become so simple. Imagine if we are in Satyuga, thousands of years of austerity, tapasya. Hiranyakashipu, how many years he did tapasya? 36,000 years. 36,000 years of tapasya. He became like a skin and bone, nothing was there on his body. That much tapasya did. Possible? No. And next comes Treta. What do? You have to do yajna. Ashwamedh yajna. How much money you have to spend? Somebody has a wealth, so much wealth? No. Do we have brahmanas who can chant purely? Very few. Very rare to get them. Then comes Dwapar, in which they do Murti Puja, the deity worship. That is also very difficult. Little bit of offense and then you will not get any benefit. But this Yuga is golden. It's golden avatar. That's why the golden avatar came in this Yuga. It's golden for everybody. This is the best Yuga. There are problems, no doubt about it. No doubt. It's not like a Ram Rajya. It's not like that. But the problem will what is like Maya kicking us and pushing forward Krishna consciousness. Please chant. Something like that. Don't. You want to come back in this world? This world where so much abominable things are happening? It will remind us that let's go back to God. So that's what it is. Therefore, dear devotees, we should chant, become very sincere, and in this lifetime we'll try to go back to God. Okay? So in the next verses, the new theme begins from 4 to 10. So that we'll take up next Friday. Okay? So we'll stop here. Hare Krishna. So any question, comment, or correction anybody has?
The visualization was beautiful. You brought the depiction in front of our eyes.
It's all Prabhupada's mercy. So thank you so much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Kuri Vaishnava ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So now we'll hear some wonderful stories from the devotees who have just come back.